Assalamu alaikum, this is Abdullah again. I'm trying to solve problem 3, numbers with different digits. This problem is asking to write a program to display numbers between 100 and 999 with different digits. As examples, we can use 102, 465, 798, but not like 101. Your program should count them. So we need to find the numbers, and we need to find how many numbers with different digits between 100 and 999. This problem is related to math because it depends on probabilities. Since the numbers are between 100 and 999, each number will consist of 3 digits, which has the general shape X, Y, Z. For example, in the number 125, X will be 1, Y will be 2, and Z will be 5. And again, since the numbers are between 100 and 999, X can be 1, 2, 3, up to 9. It cannot be 0 because we are starting at 100. So it cannot be 0. Thus we have 9 possibilities. 1, 2, 3, up to 9. So 9 possibilities. Y, on the other hand, can be 0 and also 1, 2, 3, up to 9, which give us 10 possibilities. But since we cannot use the same digit that we used in X, then we are left with 9 possibilities as well. Z, similar to Y, can be also 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 9, and that is also 10 possible digits that we can use. But since we cannot repeat the digits used in X, neither in Y, then we are left with 8 possibilities. So based on that, the total possible numbers that have different digits between 100 and 999 will be 9 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 8, which is 648 numbers. So in order to find these numbers in Python, I've created a list, an empty list, which we will use to store the numbers in. Since we have 3 digits, we will start with X, which represents the hundreds in the numbers. So for X in range 1 to 10, which means 1, 2, 3, up to 9, 10 is excluded. For each X, we will need to find a value for Y, which represents the tens in range 0 to 10. But in one condition, that Y is not equal to X. In that case, we will also need to find a number Z in range 0 to 10. That Z should also be not equal to Y and not equal to X. If these two conditions, Y is not equal to X and Z is not equal to X, neither to Y, then the number that we have should equal to 100 multiplied by X, since the X represents the hundreds, and 10 multiplied by Y, since Y represents the tens, and Z, which represents the ones. In order to add this number to the list, we are using append, list.append, to append the number to the list. Now we need to print the list to find the numbers, and print the length of the list, which will give us the number, how many numbers inside the list. I will execute the code, and here we can find the numbers. So the numbers are starting from 102, 103, 104, so on, until we can notice that we don't have 101 because 1 is repeated, and 110 because also 1 is repeated, and so on. So 111, 113, 114 is not present because the 1 is repeated, and so on for all these numbers up to 987. So in order to know how many numbers in this list, we printed the length of the list, which is equal, we found it equal to 648 numbers. This is exactly the same number that we found using the probabilities.